live.
We're live now.
I had to cut the music.
Wait, that's the wrong movie. No, that was the right movie. And if you can't read this, go back and read it again later. Because this is actually
glasses.
I really dig what Jeff did here for us.
Yeah, you need a magnifying glass.
Oh my God, right? What? All right, guys. Sorry we made you wait, but we had to talk through a few things.
I thought you were live.
Yeah, I did too. We were like 10 minutes back there.
I'm not redoing that rant. All right, I'm not redoing it.
No, I'm not redoing my rant.
If you'd like to
I
participate,
wasn't sure if the rant was for everybody. So,
if you'd like to participate in what Punk and Allison are doing for retro cards, send them a shout on the gram, and he'll give you a spot. There's still a couple left open, right, Lawrence?
Yes.
There we go.
We still got a few spots left open.
One or two time hangout.
Act fast.
There's some good characters that are
act fast because May's going to end soon.
It is. At least 23 days.
Right.
I think we got more than 23 days, right? There's 31.
Yeah,
31.
31.
Yeah. I'm just bad at math. It's fine.
Oh, cool.
I'm just throwing it out there. I just want to make sure I'm kind of on the ballpark. Hey, man, Mendoza.
Yep, you say it the best, Mendoza.
Right? Yeah,
is it wrong that wrong that I get mad when people say Mendoza, and then I get even more mad when people say Mendoza wrong, and they're just like Mendoza. I'm like, whoa! You didn't emphasize anything. This guy has earned the disrespect that I've given him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Oh no! Well, I tried a late night hangout one time and it was ridiculous. So we're not doing that again.
What's up,
Denzens?
That dude's cool cat.
Because I'd have got that wrong.
I don't. I've never seen him in my chat, so he doesn't exist.
Jesus. And you'll never be there now.
So much for Den's never showing up to a Punk with Toys chat.
I like to start off by insulting people.
Good plan. Corporanomics, what's up, dude? That guy's got an awesome channel. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Woody, for turning me on to him. I like his stuff. It's cool.
He's like, he's Timu Woody. No, I'm just playing.
Team Woody.
I'm fucking with you, Trey.
So,
his shit's up there too. His shit is up there. His armies.
Kaiju Kitty is good shit too. Also the best mod in the business since I'm busy on screen right now.
Oh, hey. You're not gonna insult my mod here.
It's Brandon.
It's branding. Yeah.
Branding.
Oh.
There you go. Kenzo, what's up, man?
His name's not Brandon. It's
That's how we say it up here. Branding, all right? What up, Kenzo?
How you doing?
So mad at you for getting that fucking wave early. The Masterverse wave early.
Yeah, I just found the pictures and fucking Kenzo's doing fucking reviews on them. Like, God damn
it. From Entertainment Earth of all fucking places. It's like,
what the fuck?
Exactly.
Ooh, I get to talk about Entertainment Earth tomorrow.
Oh boy.
I'm sure you do. Good luck.
Hey, you know what? All those people saying that Entertainment Earth killed the affiliate program and everything.
Yeah.
You might want to do a little research first. So.
Oh.
Okay. Anybody get that from them?
What? What'd you say?
I said, can't anybody get a code from them? You just have to kind of email them or something?
You used to be. I mean, I got one literally.
Yeah, you've had one for a minute.
Yeah, but when I got it, I think I applied it like 12:04, and by 12:30 I had it, like AM.
Oh shit!
How many subs did you have when you applied for it?
Not that many.
11.
Not that many.
Not that many.
I had over 1,000, but I don't think they really checked it. In all honesty, I don't think they really checked anything.
That's the magic number. I've tried getting.
Yeah, they don't care any code. It's just more business they're hoping.
I tried getting an affiliate code with Fortnite so that when somebody buys a skin, they type in my code and I get a little bit of money from it. Yeah. But I don't have 1,000 fucking subs, so go sub to my goddamn channel. But besides that,
Grace Mace.
Grace Mace is here.
I have not seen you in forever. I feel like when I did that whole AI bad
Yeah,
Stop
you
motion
did the
good.
AI.
You're
and the
like
AI
done with
did
me.
back.
Well, Punk, I don't want to burst your bubble, but Rape's in our chat all the time.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I know he's all over the place. So I know he's all over. I haven't seen him in.
Samuel, what's up, man?
I lose all kinds of people.
No, say it ain't so.
No, hey, sometimes I insult people.
Oh.
You lost me because
Listen, if people see it as an insult, then they can't be helped. That's how I look at it.
I always, if I am doing I always say that if I do a blanket statement and you think it's about you, you might want to look in the mirror because it's not. For some odd reason, you think it is.
No, you're on a show giving an opinion. If for somebody to take it personally, that's just not the idea of doing a show. He's just saying in general opinions. It's his opinion.
AI. Yeah, there's a few other things that are people.
What up, Virgo?
People have been like, I feel like you're attacking me. I'm like, I'm not, but.
Well, that's why I stay off that Facebook shit. I saw this shit. As soon as somebody told me that there was a thing where everybody can get together and talk, I was like, I want no fucking part of it. I literally said that shit. And this was what was the first one?
MySpace?
MySpace. You could put the music on it and shit. And I said, I want no part of this.
Oh, I love MySpace. MySpace was awesome.
So much better.
I know.
Thank you, sir.
I know I've said this a couple times now, but there was a comedian or someone I heard, and they said, we need MySpace back because you could put up your top 9 friends, and some of you need to be knocked down a peg. If you had someone in there and you moved them off, they're messaging you going, hey, dude, what's up?
Yeah, it was weird, right?
Yeah, but everybody had to have that one guy, so you only had 8 friends, didn't you?
Oh, you could get rid of them.
No, yeah.
Oh, you could. I see. I don't know. Tom, right? His name was Tom or something.
Yeah, Tom, yeah.
Who remembers now? Holy shit.
That was the picture, like the sticker that everyone had on the back of their cars. That was his profile picture.
Kaiju.
Right.
Yeah, man. I saw it. I said, this is going to evolve into like a huge mess. And I never got involved.
Man. That dude Tom pocketed
because it's given the world was good when everybody can have their opinion, but you can't hear everybody's opinion. That's when it was great. Now everybody and their mother has 55 opinions, and it's just too much. And everybody starts crisscrossing and hating this. And
it's not even that people have an opinion; it's that people can't accept that other people may have a different opinion.
Yeah, right. It's all in the same fucking channel. Same shit.
When you get into politics. If you voted for a specific person, and I don't care what side it is, whatever that guy's perceived idea of why someone voted for it, that's the only reason why you voted for that person.
Yeah.
And very few, especially on social media that you're never going to see face to face, can't have just a regular conversation.
No.
Where in person, as we all know, most people don't act that tough.
Well, a lot of people don't have the emotional intelligence to have an actual conversation. That's the problem with America.
Everybody
people would just blast you in the face for no reason.
Whoa, clip that.
Everyone is brave behind 2 things: a keyboard and 3 inches of steel.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
And a lot of them don't have that steel, let me tell you.
I try not to be behind that. I've done a pretty good job.
That's good. That's a good place to be.
I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that hard not to end up there.
You would think that, right? You honestly would think.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not that hard. It's more of a choice to.
No, it ain't. All right, we're going to talk about Star Wars. Yeah, enough with the dummies.
We should talk about Star Wars.
I thought we were talking about Princess Leia being in the cell.
That's exactly what we were talking about.
That's what we were talking about. Slave Leia. Oops, I'm sorry, Shane.
I didn't say Slave Leia. I said in the
cell.
I
said it. I said it.
You're the only one that can say it. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's okay that you're allowed to say that.
People are allowed to, all different kinds of people with slaves. It's cool.
Yeah.
Everybody on this dais can say it.
Yeah, Slave Leia wasn't behind 3 inches of steel. She was hooked to 3 inches of chains.
Of Jabba.
So
yes, we know.
Action figure addict, you're wrong. Unfortunately, no, not tonight.
Kyle, it's not happening tonight. Tony is under the weather, unfortunately.
Yes.
So we will not be graced with LSWA action. So instead, we'll be here until you guys don't want to be here anymore with us.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep bullshit. Shane's leaving, and Jeff's in control.
Yeah, Jeff's gonna have the comment.
And I got an afternoon off, so yeah.
Oh shit. Well, maybe I need to make a phone call. So I had a Black Series figure yesterday to open, and today for May the 4th, all I have is this shitty Dollar General fucking.
What the fuck is that?
I don't even think it's 5 POA, guys. I don't think so.
No, it's
I actually got out some of my favorite figures from the Black Series, and I decided to put those out on.
I'll be right back.
So I did.
Okay.
Bounce.
But, this is the OG Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, the deluxe one when he first came out. My buddy Don got him for me, and we were in Texas when it happened. It was kind of cool.
Is that the Hasbro?
Yeah, these are both Hasbro. Yeah.
I like that one.
This one. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go.
So I have every version of the Mandalorian because I like the Mandalorian.
You don't have this one.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
He shut you up real quick.
Emily got me the one that came with Grogu even.
Nice.
Yeah, but I've had every figure of these. It's kind of like Bespin Luke. Like, this is my favorite character in Star Wars. You know what I mean? So
that's crazy that you like. He's a not a newer character because he was from books, right? He's just new to the screen.
He's totally new. He was made
up. Oh, is he? Okay. See, I never read the books or anything. If it ain't in the movies, I don't know it.
A bunch of Mando stuff. Not really even a whole lot of Mando stuff, but
yeah.
I thought there was a book about like the Order of the Mandos and stuff.
So there is. It's called Republic Commando, and it's by Karen Travis, and it's about a group of clones. You know, the Delta Squad or whatever, and it goes through Mandalorian lore with them.
Okay,
like how they've adapted to it,
and like something.
Dude, and then she made 4 books, with the last one being called Imperial Commando, and it was post Order 66. Like, they talked about what they were doing on Order 66. They talked about how they knew that they were programmed to do certain things, and like their Jedi, like commanders and shit, stopped being Jedi and joined the Mandalorian clans because they're like, this isn't right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a part in a book where one of the former generals is standing in Coruscant Square, and he's in full fucking Mando gear with a saber at his hip, and people are looking at him out of fear. Because I'm sorry, if you were to see a Mandalorian who has lightsaber-proof armor, wielding a lightsaber, and throwing a giant fucking rock at you, and shooting you with pinpoint accuracy, and then cutting you down with a lightsaber, that's a bad fucking day.
Yes. Yeah.
Doesn't sound like fun.
But also, the Mandalorian Creed talks about this great river and how we flow along it, and how every point is this point where we can adapt and grow with it and change it to our liking. And like, the similarities between the Force Creed and the Mandalorian Creed are really, really fucking close. It's really fucking awesome.
Rowdy, what's up?
But then the Rebels show came out and they made Mandalorians pacifists, and Karen Travis's work. What the hell?
That is one jacked up Han Solo.
That is jacked Han Solo right there.
This is from last year, May the Power of the Force, kicking it off. And he's been sitting in this box here. And sitting in this box. So I had all these other ones here. Look at this. Do you not know how this thing works or what?
Gay.
So
I was like, everybody know my hands are off the no buttons.
I've had all of these like sitting in a box.
Oh,
and
damn.
Then I think yesterday or the day before, I finally took it downstairs because I'm like, I don't know what I'm really going to do with it. But Johnny Reno had sent me all of these because he keeps all this stuff.
That's cool. What you gonna do with that Jedi Luke?
Well, he asked me what my favorite figure was, and I'm like, that's probably my favorite figure.
All right,
that's this guy. Believe it or not, I absolutely love Lando Calrissian and Skiff Guard.
Fucking Lando went back on a deal, man. Lando's no good. You fucking avoid that guy. He doesn't stick to his word.
It was the helmet when we were kids because they fit on Joe's.
Yeah.
And I actually bought a Black Series one. He defends my portal potty.
There you go.
But I figure, you know what? I didn't know when I was going to open them, but I guess today's a better day than ever.
Today's a good day,
right?
Unfortunately, this is the Luke Skywalker without the gray vest, or the long lightsaber,
right?
And if you know what I'm talking about, then you had issues back in 95, 96 when, and this is the.
Well, yeah, they had the two different lengths.
I feel personally attacked right now.
And this is the one with the short saber too, not the long saber, or the short saber with the what was it? The
well, that was
the inside of this.
That's a reprinting.
The shell, yeah, and this has the green card.
Right. Yeah, because that's
here,
the hologram on the green card.
This is the Boba Fett with full circles, not the half circles.
Ooh.
Also, this is the 01, not the 00 right here.
Ooh.
There it is.
Don't feel personally attacked, Jeff, because I fucking bought them all.
Yeah, so did I, man.
All right. As you can see, this Boba Fett has the half circles.
Yeah.
Yep.
And to say I spent way too much time and money and effort to get the short saber and the
long saber. That's a lot of.
Well, there was the short saber in the old
in the long tray.
In the long tray, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And then you know how much that shit is worth today?
Not much.
Like $3. Barry 11 Charlie. I just see $3 and I'm thinking that's about what he said.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant to tell fucking Jeff. When Black Series first came out, one of the first figures was Boba Fett, and I bought it. And like, I think I only sold it for like $45, but
no, it seems weird to
the first
open
one
this.
I got. Yeah, I got the one from the theater.
I feel like I'm disrespecting it, but I guess I could probably go find another one for $5 if I really want.
Yeah. You can buy the respect right back. Don't worry.
Yeah, the only ones that are
cheap.
The only ones of those that are expensive are Mara Jade and Kyle Katarn.
Yeah, I didn't have either one of those.
I got her loose, and the Kyles are stupid.
And Rowdy made a comment on her recent review of that these cards are so, and these ones are even older than the prequels. Yeah. Pretty much the thing just comes right off. Like,
the glue is disintegration.
Yeah. So.
Well, I remember Power of the Force and Episode 1 figures were pretty close when they came out, weren't they? Like almost that midnight when I went in there. I remember, I'm pretty sure I had Powers of the Force, the first wave, and then I had the first wave of Episode 1 at the same time.
Sorry.
What up, Alpha?
You said the first wave of Power of the Force?
Yeah, it was within a year. They were all out.
No,
now,
because
I remember getting both waves, but for some reason I thought I got them like close to the same time. I don't know.
No, because the movies didn't come out till Episode 1 didn't come out till what, 99?
99.
Yeah, because 97 was the
97. Oh, so 2 years. Yeah. Okay.
Well, 97 was the reissues of the movies.
Yeah, it was re-releases. Yep.
And then the movies.
My dad took me out of school for those.
Nice.
Yeah, right on. We had
and it's cool that Hasbro, like, they're still using the shitty capes.
Yeah, there's been no
26 years. Fuck it.
All.
No, this guy though, he's fucking awesome. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, he has as much articulation. Well, he has more articulation than a reaction figure because he can turn side to side.
Yeah,
believe it.
What up, J-Mac?
Than this guy.
J-Mac.
What up, K-Mac?
K-Mac, J-Mac.
No, the only thing I hated about this guy was the cape didn't really sit out that well when you had the lightsaber in your hand. But
I heated mine to shape it because I tried to pose those a little bit, so I just hit it with a heat gun and it kind of.
So I know that some of you might be abashed at this, but like these figures that came out like recently. I fucking love this scale.
What's it, Black Series?
No, this is the
vintage. Yeah, I love vintage.
Yeah,
not everything, but it's a good scale.
Yeah, I like that Obi-Wan. I even have Cal Kestis that came with it. Like
they're bigger than 3 3/4. They're almost like 4. They remind me of the Joes.
Yeah, they remind me of the and that's okay.
What they truly remind me of, the Joes, the new modern era Joes.
I like this look of me being bigger.
Looks so good on.
I like me being bigger because I can finally be bigger than people.
That's fair.
It's the only way I can ever be bigger.
Yeah. Me and Punk are gonna stand on each other's shoulders to make a real boy one day. What do you mean?
You're not that shit, are you?
Yeah, I'm 5'8".
Oh fuck, that's huge.
Y'all are little. Yeah. Y'all are little.
You're fucking huge.
I am frozen in a bit.
No, you're good. You look like a 8-bit Nintendo game right now, but other than that,
it's clearing up, Shane.
I look like I'm playing Kung Fu right now, but
you didn't even get Super Nintendo. You got fucking the original NES.
Also, I bought this figure because I liked Ezra's story. I liked him going from punk ass. I know. He went from punk ass kid to like Jedi and like
You can now get his lightsaber.
Yeah, for $250.
Well, that
American?
Yeah. No, I don't think it's that much. I think they lowered them a little bit. It's like $219 or something, maybe.
Oh, well, fucking what?
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Well, that's the basic price of the FX lightsabers.
Yeah.
No,
being invaded by a Sith ghost.
That
right?
Jedi Jesus. Yeah, that was kind of weird that everybody calls him Jedi Jesus.
Right.
I got some pickups. I don't feel like filming a video, so I'll just show them right here, and they're all Star Wars related.
Even better.
My friend Boston Mike says Star Wars like Star Wars, and it's hilarious.
No, I'm too far east for that. That's like heavy. I'm 60 miles away from that accent.
60 miles away from that accent.
Yeah. No, there's all different fucking like areas around here where your accent, depending on how close you are to Boston and New York, how heavy your accent is. But I picked up Dooku.
Very nice.
That one.
Can't wait to open him.
One more.
Because I missed the first one. I'm not paying those prices. So. Just a re-release of the fucking Dooku. Head sculpt looks good. Picked up the Tactical Ops Trooper because it's a clone. So I just build stormtroopers, different kinds. So
I just like that new packaging.
Yeah, this is dope packaging. The Mace Windu and shit came in this though. This ain't the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I had a Dirge figure from back in the day that came in a pack like that.
Python gifted me the and I needed this guy. I missed the first release of this guy too, Kit Fisto.
So one of the best Jedi. One of the best Jedi.
Yeah.
He invented the waterproofing
of this for fucking Aquaman. He sucked.
Fuck off. He invented the waterproofing for lightsabers. That's how they had waterproof lightsabers by him.
Oh, nice.
I know my shit.
Nerd.
Yeah, 100%.
Picked up this guy, but his helmet's staying on because his face sculpt is ass, if you ask me.
I didn't know that.
Gideon.
How many younglings did they have to go before they figured out to make one waterproof? Because they must have all got like electrocuted every time they go in the water and just ignite this.
It's the IQ test before you're knighted.
It's like the bug zapper,
right?
Shane picked up this guy, so yeah, he's old news, but I haven't opened him yet. The Bazooka Trooper, yeah. I can't wait to get that bazooka. I want to try that with Classified so bad.
Yeah. I don't have a single Classified figure down here.
I picked up this guy because he's in fucking pilot gear, but the helmet will stay on the Cassian Andor.
Yeah, that pilot gear is dope.
That his helmet will stay on because he's part of my troops. And then I picked up two of these dudes. I had to open one, the Praetorians. These are dope.
Why does that keep fucking happening? There we go.
Oops.
You got two of those, right?
Yeah, you gotta have two.
Nice.
Tony, what's going on, brother?
I wish the laser whip was flexible though. That would have been fucking dope.
Fucking Punk, yeah, no, I don't get it.
Happy Space Wizard Day, Tony.
What the fuck? Anytime I highlight something like the punk, I don't care.
My wife made empanadas.
Yeah, what kind?
What's wrong with that?
Nope, they're bomb.
Yeah, empanadas are really fun to make too.
She makes them like Portuguese style. She got like green olives in them and fucking. She makes it with turkey though. That's the only thing. She makes it with ground cheese, healthy-ish.
Yeah, I make Italian versions with like Italian sausage, mozzarella, a little bit of ricotta, and then some just basic sauce. So it's like a little,
Sounds good.
A little bit of gravy.
Yeah. I don't do it often anymore though.
So we're gonna go around the room, right? I'm gonna pose this question: out of the 9 Star Wars movies, what's your favorite movie?
There's 10. I'm sorry, there's 11.
Huh?
There's 11.
Empire.
Well, I only count the 9.
Oh, Phantom Menace, Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Jedi, Rogue One, Han Solo.
I don't count those.
I believe you were trying to say of the ones that are numbered, correct?
Yeah, like the 9. I know they're part of the universe, but they're not part of the technically they're part of the Skywalker thing, right?
Disney's expanded universe.
Yeah. I'm talking George over here.
But
okay,
well, we didn't have a lot to do with the end.
Han Solo was Lucas. I mean, fuck. Even Ron Howard had a hand in trying to make that fucking thing work. And I loved it, but you couldn't picture him as Han Solo. Anybody else, the movie worked.
That's something difficult because you have someone who has, he has become, Han Solo.
Yeah, right. It was legendary.
It's hard to get It's going to be hard to get anyone to be a new Iron Man because he's Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
that's the mistake they made early on in Marvel. I thought too many
casting a great actor.
Change the actor. Yeah, they already said that the actor didn't matter. It was the hero that they were playing. So change.
But that's not why the MCU became so popular.
Right.
Yeah, I just meant the 9 movies that are numbered. I guess I should have said it that way.
That's okay. That's fine.
Mine is 3.
Boomy now. Yeah. Oh, Revenge of the Sith. That's interesting.
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith is my favorite one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
It's good. I'm going to plead my case here. Rogue One. Here's why. So, first, I've read all of the Han Solo trilogy and I've read all of the Lando Calrissian trilogy. And when that shit didn't happen on screen, I was like, that's dumb. But then I also used my big brain and went, wait a minute. It's still the same story. It's just condensed. Do I wish the movie was longer? Yes. Do I wish that actor was someone else that played Han Solo? 100%. However, the story was good, and you learned why Han became kind of cold. He got screwed over by the lady he loves. He got screwed over by his friend. All that stuff. And at the end, when they show the card game of how Han won the card game, how he won like legitimately and didn't cheat, and how he got the Falcon was something I've wanted to see on screen for years. Do I wish it was longer? Yes. Do I wish it was more like Ocean's 11, like a heist movie? Yes. But it wasn't. So I got what I wanted. Also, I saw the trailer to Rogue One with Sabotage being played over it, and that's the trailer that won me over for the movie. I was like, yeah!
Yeah, but that's to me, that's like the best Star Wars story from within the 9 movies that you wanted to see made. Everybody wanted to see how Han won the fucking ship, basically, Falcon, in the card game.
But
because they brought it up a couple times throughout the movies, and that's why you really got interested in that.
Yeah, but Woody, you said movie. You didn't say of the 9 9 chapters.
I didn't say that at first. Yes.
So Empire.
Okay.
Always going to be Empire. Everything went poorly. It's the turning point in most stories where you see the hero characters having everything, right? And then it gets taken away, and finding out how they get it back is the best part of that storytelling for me. So, like, Luke's had a little bit of training, and, like, he thinks he's a big dog. He's not. And everybody in the theater is like, yeah, Luke's going to kick this dude's ass. He's the underdog hero. And, like,
no.
Vader's like, this is fun. What do you mean you're my son? I should probably stop.
He's fucking humming while he's fighting the guy who thinks he's the shit, right? He's like doo 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 doo.
The best is watching the behind the scenes where stuff's getting thrown at Luke, and you can just see people chucking the styrofoam at him.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you kill both guys first? It would have been
top of the line effects back then. Top of the line effects. A guy named fucking Brutus tossed shit at you, and you had to duck it.
Man, I miss practical effects. We got to use a couple of those on Retro Freaks too, and now in theaters. You check that out. But like practical effects are super fun to do, and like nice. I still, it's like Snape just said. I still watch the trilogy once a year. I still watch the Star Wars trilogy once a year.
Oh yeah, more than that for me.
And like I throw on Empire, and that first hour when they're on Hoth, and like you see the ka-dunk, and you're like, holy shit, we are fucked. We are absolutely fucked. Yep. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. No, they're good movies, and they're always going to be entertaining. They always will be, no matter how bad somebody says one is, and you know the little factions of who likes this, but they're all entertaining. We can all agree on that.
Star Wars is for fucking everybody.
They're good movies. They're good movies, you know?
They
you
are.
want to chill with your family and watch some shit, throw on a Star Wars movie. More than likely, everybody's going to like something about it.
I like the lack of exposition in all of those movies, except for when it was needed. Like, I fought in the Clone Wars with your father. And everybody in the theater goes, what the fuck was the Clone Wars? And nobody finds out until like 30 years later, you know?
Dude, I think that was all left to our imagination. Like that was
that's what they were doing. They were leaving it up to you.
And a lot of times our imagination was better.
Yeah. Well, nowadays,
monster movies.
Nowadays.
It's funny. My son just asked me this question today about like what my favorite, you know, he said, what's the best Star Wars movie? And I said, what's the best or what's my favorite? And he goes, well, what's the best? I said, Empire is the best.
Yes.
Goes, what's your favorite?
My favorite is Revenge. Yes.
This guy, these two. I don't give a shit that the little teddy bears were supposed to be Wookiees. I love the Ewok.
Yeah.
Right? They're my height. We got eye to eye. I was a little bit taller than them. So
you're Shaq to them.
Everything between those three movies, which we thought were going to be the last ones, all culminated in that final scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a good tie-in, definitely.
The redemption of Anakin, the heroic acts of Luke, the death of the Emperor. That's like, let's throw a fucking parade. We got this wrapped up, boys.
Yep.
You know?
No, we're going to make 6 more.
Yeah, we got to see Tatooine. We got to see it. I mean, to me, Jedi is my favorite. Do I think it's the best story-wise? No. Now, this was also aggravating because my son kept asking stuff like, was Darth Vader really like when you first saw him, was it that big of a deal? And I was like, well, yeah, like he comes through the smoke and he's like, well, is it just, and I'm like, he's like, but like the first time I'm like, how fucking old do you think I am? He's like, well, didn't you, I'm like, dude, it came out in 77. I was born in 75, 3 days before 76.
Yeah, you're not going to Star Wars at 3.
I'm like, how old do you think I am? Like, I'm like, yeah, the special effects, because as he said, did it really change movie making? And I was like, yeah.
So Return of the Jedi also had the best space combat, like on top of all the other movies, even the prequels, even the sequels. But Return of the Jedi had the best space combat when you got to see perspectives of all of the X-Wings, all the Alphabet Wings flying through, like getting smoked, watching a Star Destroyer eat shit, and like
that was a dope scene.
And then watching 2 non-force sensitive pilots make that trench run and be like, "Fuck Luke Skywalker, we got this," you know, and Wedge and Lando were just like, "Yep, that was easy. Let's get the fuck out of here." And like them punching it, you know, like just fucking balls to the wall while the TIEs was coming after them, and that pan away shot where you see the Falcon coming out and then the TIE fighters making it out too, but being destroyed as soon as the plane. Wow. Perfect.
Yeah, but they got to fly in a big hole. Luke Skywalker had to shoot a little exhaust port, you know.
Size of a womp rat, for God's sakes. I mean,
that difficult. But what do you say? I used to shoot I used to shoot down womp rats in my
T-16 back home.
Yeah,
they weren't much bigger than that.
Bitch.
So that's another thing.
I don't have a magical ghost flying with me. All right.
It ain't like
that's another thing about the Star Wars books. That's another thing about the Star Wars books. Like the expanded universe, everybody looks at it with like such awe and how great it was. But there was fucking stories about Luke having a ghost girlfriend. There was fucking stories about a Hutt that got the plans to the Death Star, but instead
the Holy Trinity Zahn book, fucking Luke drinks hot chocolate. It's a whole chapter about drinking hot chocolate. Go fuck
right. It's not good.
I'm glad I never read that.
So anything by Kevin J. Anderson is to be avoided.
Can we address Tony here? He says, "Oh wow, sick invite. F you all." They wanted to invite you. They wanted, and I said no. You can only invite people that know dates and can put their videos out on time.
Oh,
what the fuck am I doing?
Hey, that's a personal problem.
Hey, I sent him a link. I don't want to hear it.
He's probably working.
I did say if you're not busy.
Yep.
But yeah, hey. I didn't think anybody was going to show up, and then at least it was me and Jeff for a second there.
I hurried up and did what I had to do.
I can talk about Star Wars all I want any day.
Yeah, I got shit to do for the rest of the day. I'm here. Yeah. We only been on for 36 minutes. We got 5 hours to go, people. No.
Look at that bicep on Darth Vader. I don't know how a robot can build muscle like this, but I need to figure it out.
He's like RoboCop. There was some human tissue in there too. Yeah. They saved like a fucking shoulder blade or something.
He's got like everything down to like the forearm, so you know, arm day is pretty simple for him. He's just
actually no.
Also, Tony, I sent you another invite.
That new RoboCop.
I love that new RoboCop. I'm sorry.
You know, I do too. I'm with you, Jeff. I for some reason I just like it. I don't know.
I thought it was more. It was a better explanation of
when they pull the fucking shit off and it's just the hand and the fucking head. That shit is just dope to me. For some
you're talking about the movie? You're talking about the movie?
Yeah, the new movie, the newest one.
It's not new. It's
the newest. I think
2014.
Yeah, that Joel Kinnaman or whatever the fuck his name is.
I thought it was good. I mean,
I like that movie, man. I really do.
Hey, I also like the new Total Recall. It's not better than wasn't better than the original.
Just kidding.
But it was
the original was so corny.
Yeah. How do I remove somebody?
On shift, you fucker.
Amazon's here.
I liked Total Recall until they revealed the train, and I was like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, just go through the earth. Pardon me. That's not how science works, but you know, whatever.
Science has nothing to do with this picture.
Oh, I know. But it was a fun adventure.
Sci-fi, Jeff.
It was a fun sci-fi adventure film. How's that?
My dad told me numerous times, if you don't stop digging, you'll make your way to China.
Well, I won't argue with your father first, but good luck.
My grandmother always used to say there's starving kids in China. Eat.
Maybe they should move to America. They're not anymore.
Right? Jesus.
That's rude of me.
Yeah. Insensitive. I had to yell at a woman today about her smelly kids. Okay.
Ew.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah, that's
in your job description. They sent these 2 toddlers up to just have a full meltdown in front of 20 other people trying to ride the slide. And the mother didn't like the fact that I kicked him off the ride.
Nice.
You can't.
I believe Jeff said he sent you again a link.
Yeah, that's twice.
Yeah.
That's twice. That's enough.
Now you're just crying for attention. That's all you're doing.
He's gonna do his Power of the Force video live. That it's just easier.
Hey, if it works,
he'll do it live and then clip it, and then he'll send it to you to release. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, the hand phone was sick in the new one. I did like that part of the new one. Fucking hand phone. That was dope.
Look what Bobby Wool just said.
You got these,
I
right?
had that one, and he's still not open.
Don't open it. Don't. There's no.
Bobby, you're forgetting about the one keying factor, though.
So much better on
Magma.
the card.
No, Tony, I read what you said. I just don't want to repeat it because, fuck you for not showing up.
Yeah, I knew he was working. He would have been here.
Yeah. You've got to save lives and make sure people are okay.
Yeah, it's all fun and games, whining and crying. You didn't get a link to. You find out you did, and now everyone knows that you're just a lying little bitch that you wanted it.
Oh wow! Shots fired.
And a show. Don't forget that.
And the show.
Super show. Yes, definitely that.
Yeah, he needs to change his name to Tony Shill.
Tony Shilmo instead of Tony Romo. Yep.
Oh shit.
So there's a scene in the new Thunderbolts movie where they talk shit about a guy named Shane, and it's going to be the perfect soundbite.
Do they? Wait, when do they talk shit about Shane?
About the sponsorship. Shane's always broke. Shane's never got no money. Fucking. It was absolutely perfect.
If they said Shane goes to Ross too much, it would have fucking been perfect.
He died laughing.
Okay. Now, my daughter noticed this. I didn't notice this. When Bob comes out, right? They first see Bob, and she's like, "That's Bob from Top Gun Maverick." And I went, "No, it's oh my god, it is." Did anyone else? I didn't. My daughter.
I'll wait.
I mean, I'm not spoiling. I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah, no, I don't care about spoilers. I'm still gonna watch the shit.
And then she's like, "So can he only play characters named Bob?"
In all honesty, like I saw the Thunderbolts coming out, but then I also saw The Accountant 2 came out. I'd rather go see The Accountant 2. And like that's weird to say that over a Marvel movie. Because years ago it would have been I'm gonna go see this fucking Marvel movie.
Because there's been such bad Marvel movies. This is a good Marvel movie. I laughed from beginning to end. Fucking they checked all the boxes for a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
No, my son loved it. I thought it was good, but I mean, I thought
it would have been. It's a Disney Plus movie that they played
at
the theater. Is what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
A little bit more money, but I mean, it's the same thing.
It's like it's Guardians 3, but a little cheesier. You know what I mean? Not cheesier, but
it's good. It's worth seeing. It's worth seeing at the movie.
Yeah, okay. That's been the overall opinion I've heard.
Yeah, but my son absolutely loved it, and I'm like, and then he's like arguing with myself and my ex about it because we took our daughter to see it because Olivia wanted to see it, and I'm like, you can love it, but why are you trying to argue with me that it's as great as you think it is? It's an opinion. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think it's great. I thought it's good. I'm not unhappy. I'm not like I cannot believe I bought tickets to see this.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Basically, same shit. Yeah. They're not mad at it.
No, I've never seen The Accountant.
It's a tiny step on a long road to the comeback. That's for damn sure.
Oh,
it's a tiny step.
Yeah, people will enjoy this at Disney Plus for sure. I mean, this
the Deadpool Wolverine movie helped out a little bit too. Like they still proved that
it's right along those lines, sort of. Yeah, because it's constant one-liners, just. Constant.
Yeah, that's why they were comparing it to Guardians 3 because there's mad one-liners in it and shit, but it's not as dark. They said
they do a good job of making you care about characters you didn't care about, other than Bucky, right?
And the Taskmaster.
Taskmaster. Heard she's got a huge part.
She's huge in this movie.
Yeah, it's her movie. It should just be called Taskmaster the movie. That's what it should be called. I heard.
Everybody was so mad at that character they had no choice.
Yeah, they just props to them for doing it on screen just so that we know it's gone.
Right.
Wait, are we talking spoilers here? Because
I don't think that's a spoiler anymore. Everybody kind of knows that she's gone.
I honestly didn't watch anything about it. I knew, and that's kind of why I wanted to go yesterday because I had avoided everything, and I'm like, I'll eventually start looking, but I will say this. So obviously we've already kind of let the cat out of the bag. The funniest thing is how it happens, and then it just gets overlooked by who did it. Like throughout the whole fucking movie,
sweep it away.
Right?
That's what
I mean, they do mention it, but I'm kind of like,
Those people didn't give a
that
fuck.
one person just kind of literally executed someone right there.
It's like the shithead friend that shows up and then they're never allowed back, and you're like, yeah, it's too bad Bill's gone. Yep, he was funny once. Well, fuck him. Time to move on.
I did tell Greg I was going to tell everybody fucking like how Jeff tells somebody to fuck off and picks a name. It's going to be Bob. Like, fuck you, Bob. From now on.
So this was another part of the movie that started really getting to me, is that whenever the U.S. agent started getting into his lines, and he, especially when he started getting amped up, I could not hear his dad. He sounds exactly like Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Wyatt sounds exactly like Kurt Russell.
Oh my god! Right. But you don't notice it until like you close your eyes and you're like, oh my god, this is, all of these movies.
That dude is Kurt Russell's son.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't even know that.
You can, but the voice, you're just like, oh my god, because he goes on these rants and reflection and everything is just like him.
Yeah, he did that in the Monarch too. Like I turned it off and like I had it on while I was making something in the kitchen, and I heard Kurt Russell, and I was like, he's not in Monarch, like the Godzilla TV show on Apple, and I was like, huh. Well, I'll be damned. Great. Remake fucking Escape from New York. I'll be okay with this. Use that guy. And it's a work.
And Roughshod Stalks. I've never heard of him because he never shows up on my channel. He's
LSWA, baby, for life.
He's a good dude. His channel is awesome. He goes on lots of toy hunts and everything else. And
and finds mad shit too.
Yeah.
How would I know if he doesn't follow me and come in?
Oh, you only follow those who follow you. I get it.
Well, I don't even do that. I don't even do that.
He's a busy man. Come on.
Yeah.
He made time for us.
Shout out to Roughshod and Virgo over there. Chilling.
Yep. Those two are a great couple, and they love each other very much, and it's a good time.
Yeah. Complement each other well.
They do. Absolutely. They're always a delight to see in Tony's channel and like everything else.
Yeah.
So
also we'll never know this.
Wait, who's Louis Pullman?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I know he's Bill's son.
I don't know celebrity shit like that.
But what has he been in? Because I know Bill Pullman is.
Oh, Bill Pullman. Okay, his son.
Well, I know Bill Pullman, but I don't know who Louis Pullman is. What has he been in that I should know?
I should have known him because it's Hollywood is just nepotism central. But
all right, so obviously he plays fucking.
He was Bob.
Salem's Lot, Top Gun, Lessons in Chemistry, Bad Times at the El Royale, which is an awesome movie that got shit on, but you should all watch it. The Strangers Pray at Night. Avengers Doomsday.
If it was both Hydra Bob and Bob.
The Starling Girl, Riff Raff, and Skincare Plus.
I don't know what dude was he in Top Gun? Because that's the most recent thing I've seen.
That was Bob.
Top Gun.
The real
Bob. His call sign was Bob. That guy.
That's his name. And they're like, "Well, what's your name?" Bob. What's your call sign?
Okay.
Bob.
Okay. All right.
You can only play Bob.
That's Bill Pullman's son.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So has Bill Pullman and Kurt Russell ever been in movies together?
Yeah.
They must.
I asked Paul
Holy
Bob
shit.
to be on here with us.
They had to.
I just watched Twister the other day, the old one.
That's Bill Paxton.
Oh, sorry.
Tombstone. Jesus Christ, we're morons.
I don't.
They were.
I'm not a celebrity Hollywood kind of guy, right, man.
Bill Pullman was
brother.
Bill Paxton.
They all look the same to me. I hate to say it like that.
No. Bill Pullman. Listen, we're gonna just give me a goddamn minute.
Who's in Tombstone?
I'm gonna find out because the Google page doesn't.
Okay.
IMDb. There we go.
The brother. Not
Elliott, what up, Gun Bunny?
The other guy.
That's Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton was Morgan
Bill
Earp.
Paxton, okay. There's too many Bills. Just like there's too many Chris's nowadays. Like everybody's a fucking Chris.
Google lied to me.
Quaid's back in the day. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Google lied.
No, not Wyatt Earp.
I'm looking up Wyatt Earp right now.
Wyatt Earp was Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Wyatt Earp was Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
was Kurt Russell.
And Dennis Quaid and Gene Hackman.
Oh, those
what up, Turk?
The Hackman.
This has nothing to do with Star Wars.
Alpha, you jerk.
No. So, hey, they were never in a movie together. Ever.
This is crazy. They've been in so many movies and TV shows. Like, you would have thought that.
Yeah.
Hit the like button then. While, like, somebody says it.
Like,
watching us think is hilarious.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm too high for that, Alpha, you
Holy
jerk.
Shit. I need a timeout.
Oh, shit.
Look.
Whatever, man. Hit the like button.
Make sure you subscribe
to Shane. Subscribe to Jeff. Subscribe to Punk.
Subscribe to Woody.
To me.
Or
Thanks.
search Should We Sell Woody as in Chewbacca.
If you're not already subscribed to me yet, you're dead.
Cut it out, Punk.
I
gotta keep up this attitude.
He's in character. No,
he's in character. Hey,
Bill Pullman from Independence Day.
Dobby doesn't.
Yes, that was Bill Pullman. Yes, the president, right?
Dobby's not a fan of your bullshit, as you can hear.
Dobby needs to go take a shit, as you can hear.
Yeah, Dobby does need to go take a shit. So be right back.
Jeff just realized, oh, that's what Dobby's doing.
Yes. Why is Dobby squatted down like that?
What? Why does my house smell like shit? Oh. It was like Dobby. It was almost like if you could only tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend's like that. He has a dog, but he's not a dog. I'm not saying Jeff isn't, but he's just like not a dog person, and he's got a fucking bulldog that just drools and oh man, he's always mad at it. I'm like, you bought a drooling dog. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It has the two pockets where it's just fills up and fucking it's always dripping out. Yuck.
So Shane, are you going to DFW?
Yep.
Better be.
Yep.
I'm gonna show every.
Listen, we're gonna be at fucking Joe Fest the year after. Don't worry.
I don't care.
Yeah,
about
nobody
the year
else
after.
is gonna be at Joe Fest the year after. That's the problem. Fucking.
It could only be one a year.
There's well, who wants to meet me at AR? I'm going to AR too.
What's that?
AR is what's AR? Codename Iowa. Assembly required.
Oh, all right. The winter one, right?
It's the week before Legion's Con, I believe.
No, Legion's Con ain't shit for me because I drive there, but that's far for me.
Right.
Iowa, that's fucking. You're gonna see Astro out there for sure, though. I bet.
Who?
Jay Astro. He'll probably be over there. He's right over there.
Well, come to find out, like last week, I was talking to Adam Vale, the guy that I do the TV terminal with. I was like, how far are you from Where is it in Iowa?
Des Moines,
Iowa. He's like 10 minutes. I'm like, well, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there in November, so you need to show up. And it's
Does
free.
this guy collect toys too, or just do the TV?
Yeah. Well, that's how he found the channel. That's how he found me is through that. And then he asked me to be on the channel he was involved with. And then for the whole Talking Reacher, he was trying to get people to do it. No one wanted to do Reacher, so he reached out to me. And then I was like, why don't we just do this on our own?
Yeah.
Rather than if it ever gets monetized, the money goes to us rather than to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Smart.
But I guess Kyle, guy with the big hands, Kyle. I always forget Kyle's last name.
I don't know.
Big hands
Action figure addict, Kyle?
No. Kyle.
Oh.
What the hell's his name?
Gigantor Hands McGee.
Dude, every fucking classified. I don't care if it's a His HasLab. He's like, today we're gonna review this. He's
Weird.
huge.
He's a huge guy.
Huge. I don't know.
I always forget Kyle.
Huge guy.
I don't know. Someone tell me who it is.
Whatever.
Somebody in the chat's got to know this.
Doesn't matter.
Either way, we don't have that many people in the chat. But
Kyle
we
Samuel.
Have a great crowd.
Kyle Batman.
Kyle Peterson. Thank you. That's it.
There it is.
Oh. Kyle
Oh.
Peterson.
Yeah, I don't watch that dude.
He lives right around there too. So
Wrestling Kyle.
Oh, okay.
But-
Yeah, he
but
does wrestling shit. I don't watch
Yeah.
that.
but just watch his
He's got
stuff.
a
Every
code for
time
this
he's like,
stuff.
every time like he reviews a classified, he's like, today we're gonna be looking. I'm like, holy shit! How big are your goddamn hands?
Yeah, but everybody's hand is big. Whoa, today.
But he's holding the box, is what I'm.
Oh, okay. Oh.
No, but it's supposed to be like. I mean, everyone that goes there loves it, and I think last year and I think this year too, Skeletron is sponsoring it. So,
Oh, nice.
but
Damn.
I know Mikey and his dad, they're going to be at Joe Fest as well.
Who?
They're going to stop. The Kukoviches, right?
Oh, MJ, I don't think he likes me.
Oh, shit. Spend some money. He'll love you.
I'm not losing sleep. I don't think he really
Commerce
cares.
is the best way. Yeah,
I don't think he really cares for me, but
You want to wait till somebody's hot? Give him some money.
I forget sometimes there's lines.
There's. Hi.
Jeff, post your link, please.
Okay.
Right?
We got somebody asking. You got a fan?
Oh, I have
Right.
a fan. You poor deluded bastard.
I feel like Jeff
Yeah,
wants to
man.
say something, but he can't.
I can't.
No.
It doesn't bother me. I mean, again, I have nothing against the guy. I've never.
Mikey does not like you. Mikey is very much open to what you have to say about G.I. Joe. I'm going to leave it there.
See?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, Mikey's a good cat.
Bridges,
He really is.
people. Yeah,
Again,
Mikey's cool. I never heard of Mikey not liking anybody, first of all.
Same. Mikey's always been a good dude. He's always been a separate entity. He's a good guy. Mikey's a good guy all around. And he makes awesome figures. And if you haven't checked out his classified work, they're better than Tony Romo's. I said it. I fucking said
Wow.
But dude,
What is
so was Johnny Reno's. I mean, in all honesty, you look at Tony Romo's classified. All it is throwing gridiron stuff on it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's just throwing more shill things on more shill products so that he can talk about products so that he can shill for the product. You're absolutely right.
I'm like, did you even say anything, Tony? No, you know what? Dude,
Oh, shit.
Here, Tony did this for me.
Yep, Travis loves me because I gave him a super chat when he was begging.
Tony did this for me. He's heard me whine and cry about not having a Billy.
No, he killed that figure.
This thing is awesome. But I think you guys all know the main thing that he did.
Yeah, Roman.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
fire right there.
And then Lenny
Yep, you got
did a punk for me. So I'm walking Roman.
Right?
I don't think that's,
Punk is the ultimate shill. They made fucking leather.
They made him,
Punk this time around. So
well, Tony had to learn from somebody. Punk is fucking Darth Shilius. He's
dude, the Shilverine. Holy shit! Yeah. I about
Travis Moody.
My chair, fucking when I
Travis
saw that
Moody
guy.
Travis Moody got Shipwreck made directly. Looks exactly like him.
Shipwreck.
Shipwreck is the best G.I. Joe ever made.
I'll have to look.
That's not true at all. That
is very true.
Lie.
That is 100% true.
Jeff's dad is Shipwreck, so he is the best.
That's true. My father is Shipwreck.
I know these things.
So was my dad. So was my dad.
Our dad's probably hung out on a boat.
Darth Shilius. Yep. Darth Shilius.
So I have a funny story about the Navy and my father. So my dad is my dad. He was on the USS America while it was going to Spain, right? And that is when a pretty horrible thing happened. An F-14 crashed, but was hanging off the deck of the carrier at the very front of the ship. It was like 1980 something. And somebody made a meme of an X-Wing doing the same thing. That meme was the image of the F-14 that was removed and put on there. And the sailor that's by the wing of the X-Wing is my father. He was the one that went into that ship, to that fighter, the actual fighter, and pulled that pilot out. He got a fucking huge ass over like a medal for it and everything else. So, yeah.
That's dope.
So what?
Your dad is part of American history. That's cool.
What was that?
What
said your dad is part of American history.
Oh, what X-wing pilot? It was Porkins.
So Porkins survived, or was this?
Yeah, Porkins is the best X-wing starfighter ever.
That was the first time he went down.
Look, fat kids need fucking inspiration when they're young, right?
Respect Bear 11.
Right.
I know lots of submariners, Bear 11.
Do we know if it was a joke? Like, they named him Porkins.
Yeah.
And when you
he's got a kid too. Like, the kid showed up in books, like as an X-wing pilot. Like,
but was it a joke because he was, let's say, a little plump? That Lucas named him Porkins. Do we know, Mom?
I know. I think it was a joke. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I feel like I offended every.
I
fat
met
kid
some
in
of
here.
the voice actors from the.
I was responding to Tristan. I'm sorry.
Like, oh my god! Wait a minute.
No,
we can make fun of everyone else, but don't make fun of the fat kid.
No, you can make fun of the fat kid. It's all right. It won't be funny when the fat kid sits on you and you can't fucking breathe anymore, though. Then who's laughing?
You gotta move faster, right? You gotta move faster.
It's like that scene in the, I forgot what movie it is, when the fat guy's like, you over here, you're next.
Shane lost it.
Zombie apocalypse, you don't need to be the fastest. You just need to be faster than one person.
Faster than the last person. That's it.
That's absolutely right.
That's what it comes down to.
All
good at shoving people on the run. Shove somebody down and keep running.
Yeah. You got the con. Have a great day, guys.
Jane.
All right.
I'll be back on this thing if I can get it charged.
All right, dude.
Jane leaving his own stream?
Yep. Like and subscribe.
He's helping a friend. Yeah. Remember to like this video, please. Smoking Joe's is doing really well, and we wanted to keep going and do better. So
we had 30 people yesterday. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome. That is like peak for us.
Smoking.
It'll happen.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
If you guys are, honest to God, like, if you guys are laughing and having a good time, I mean, look at the Tuesday show that we're doing now. You know, Circle of Jerks. Yeah. There's no structure. We're just. And I'm reading what the people are saying, and they're just having a fucking blast.
That's our fucking motto right there. No structure.
Yeah. That's
Jeff is our structure, and he's loose. Whoa, I didn't mean it that way.
No, it's all right. I'm a whore. If it's got a vagina, I'll probably try to sleep with it at one point.
Yeah, we're just out here chilling, man, and that's what people really want to do. It seems like, to me, anyway.
Every day I stream from noon to fucking 3 o'clock Central.
Yeah, who's ever there, just pop in.
All that is just a hangout. This Monday, I'm super excited because Kaiju Kitty and we're going to be playing Simon's Quest for Castlevania 2. He's going to be my Prima official guide as I run through the game. And there's no like rhyme or reason. Like most of the time it's Fortnite because in all honesty, that's what draws in the people. Like Fortnite is a big boon to me. That's how I get the most views. However, I like playing my story-based games and like I'll do that 2 times out of the week. And those will be some of the best days simply because it's not the run of the mill what every other streamer does, you know? And like, recently, Jay Bardo, caught me onto the Old Republic, that old MMO that I played from the beginning and all this other crap. And like, I love that MMO. I've been playing it again. And like, I don't know why I stopped.
What's an MMO? I don't know.
Massive multiplayer online game.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. That's why it's MMO.
I mean, now you're just adding initials like the other group.
I could add MMORPG.
Where you gonna put plus on it and equal sign and not insulting anyone. I'm just saying eventually you're gonna hit the whole fucking alphabet. All right. I don't need I understand it. All right. I don't give a shit.
What?
I was given the permission to laugh at that part in Ace Ventura when what's her name turns around. So I think it's okay. My sister said that's funny. Why aren't you laughing, you idiot? I was like, I don't know, because I don't want to be a dick. And she's like, no, it's funny. Okay.
What is it? Einhorn?
Yeah, Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Yeah.
Finkel is Einhorn.
Is that your gun digging into my hip?
Oof. Yeah, that movie is hilarious.
That movie is hilarious. It's a little insensitive these days.
Yeah, I think we really talked about it. You could not do In Living Color.
No.
Right? Vera de Milo, he would be ostracized, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Vera DeMilo just falling back.
Yeah, it was funny.
Plumping up her lips.
Mm-hmm. The curling iron.
Yeah, you can't do. It's sad that comedy has become. We're talking about Star Wars though, but it's sad that comedy has become that. Like, why comics go, "Hey, turn off your fucking phones and don't film me," because they're afraid of being canceled. When it's like humor is everything. Humor is suggestive, and like it's like when Blazing Saddles came out. That wasn't a movie to be racist. That was a movie to point out where racism is fucking stupid.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like the only person that could pulled it off. Thank God for Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder.
So I've recently come across a comedian, Quinn Dale. Now, I don't know why he started populating. And he's a white guy that says every racist joke that you can imagine. And he's fucking hilarious. And he's just pointing out, like, dude, they're fucking jokes.
Yeah.
And why blacks can say that it's jokes about us. And he says jokes about whites, Mexican, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's no limits. As there shouldn't be in comedy.
As there shouldn't be, exactly.
There was that one.
You're literally going to a comedy show, like, how dare you get mad? It's a comedy. It's funny. You're supposed to laugh. I get it doesn't make you laugh, but you have no right to shit on everybody else's laugh because you didn't laugh.
Have you seen that comic with the autism and ADHD? He shakes when he's on stage. So like
Michael J. Fox?
No, that's
comedy. Comedy. Bing.
But no, so AJ, when he's on stage, he talks about his condition because when he's up there, he's fucking vibrating, right? So the way that he puts it is that he's got an engine turned to max with the attention span of a golden retriever. So like he's running, he's like bing, 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 bing all the time, and like the way that energy manifests and comes out is he starts shaking. But like you get him on camera when he's not doing comedy, it doesn't happen.
Frank DeMunia, Will Smith laughed, but still got mad.
He did. He laughed the first time. He laughed the first time.
And she went like this.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, she gave him that look, and he was like, "God damn it!" Because it was funny.
It's kind of like Blair's cousin from The Facts of Life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
You guys didn't watch
I never watched that show.
Blair's cousin had, I think, cerebral palsy, and she was in real life, but she was also a comedian. She was a stand-up comedian. Okay. So we're like Blair was like, what?
No, so Kyle was like, I have ADHD. Kyle was like, I have ADHD, and I was like, yes.
So does Punky. You went, what?
My son has it bad. I don't.
I've got the tism that I need to adjust every once in a while. It's fine,
I've got the
also. Ism. Don't ever tell somebody with autism, Captain Autism, you need to adjust your tism. That gets you yelled at.
I don't have autistic friends.
That's good. Yeah, right. Those guys just like collecting. Like my uncle and his trains down in his basement. He just really likes trains. That's not autism. So what? He can recite to you what each engine and their numbers are and when they originated from on the precise day. No.
That's just passion.
That's just passion. That's just passion.
Yeah, he's a retard. Now, if you don't get mad at me, that's from a movie. It's from a movie.
It is from a movie.
And it is one of the funniest things because, first off, no one's ever said it like that.
Zach Galifianakis is a genius when it comes to comedy. And the fact that Zach Galifianakis said it means that there's
he's good in like small increments.
Yeah.
He also took off a giraffe's head too, so
yeah. That was a good part. I'll give you that.
That was a good part.
The whole movie's good. Like
no, Tristan, you're not. No, Tristan. So what he was quoting was The Hangover. Everybody, it was just The Hangover. It's a good movie. Zach Galifianakis delivers that line like a champ.
If you drink, you have one right now. The Hangover.
I can't wait tomorrow when people show up and they're like, "Fuck this guy. He's calling people retarded." No, I call them.
He said, "Never go full punk."
Never go full punk.
That was good. That was good.
That was good. That was really good.
He wonders what racist Cleo's
Don't get Shane demonetized, guys, please.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
please
he left Jeff in control.
I'm gonna go have a cigarette. Fuck. Whatever happens while I'm gone happens.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk something Star Wars.
Please talk about Star Wars. For the love of God.
So, here's a quick story about that comedian that I said. He was talking about how he once dated a black girl, and I forget what he said her name was, but basically he said that they just took the dad's name and the mom's name and combined them. And he's like, we as white people couldn't do that. He's like, if we named a girl Glenifer, it wouldn't go. Yeah. Now, I laughed, and I had to send this over to my ex because I live in a townhouse, and the old neighbor's house, the old neighbor, when they were renting, his name was Glenn, and him and his wife would fight. And one day about 2 a.m., they are yelling and screaming out in the back, and she starts calling him Glenifer. And I mean, she won't stop.
Yeah,
just him in the house, Glenifer, and my ex
totally emasculating the dude.
Sitting at the window, like upstairs.
See, that's when I feel bad for that dude. Like, how do you not have a little testicle where you just like, nah? Like, how do you not just rise up and be called Glenifer?
Oh, she went on for like 30 minutes.
I could imagine. Glenifer. Listen, if she had the balls to call him Glenifer once, she's done it before.
Oh, there is no doubt in my mind this was not off the top of her head.
Yeah, that's her nickname for him. Poor guy.
I wouldn't say that. This is the guy that lost his license from drinking and driving, and then he blamed the governor that's the reason why he doesn't have his license. No, maybe it's because you got caught drinking and driving like 3 times. That's why you have to ride your bike to work. And I mean it. Like, he rode his bike to work.
Oof. Yeah, there's a couple of dudes at my job because there's so many people there that there's obviously a lot of drinkers and they lose their license. So we have like 3 bike racks that are full every day because, on first shift, we have 1,500 people. So there's always somebody's getting drunk. Fucking a couple guys ride dirt bikes to work because I guess you could still do that in Rhode Island.
No, you can get away with that in the summer or the spring or even the fall. You're like, hey, I just want to get exercise. It's nice. But in December and January and February, when you see the bikes, you're like, oh, so you lost your license, huh?
Exactly. Yep.
What makes you think that? Because you're riding a fucking bike and there's like 16 inches of snow.
Speaking of licenses, have you guys seen the Mandalorian trailer at all? The one that was linked for the movie?
I have not.
There's a movie?
It's called The Mandalorian and Grogu is what the title is, and it was filmed from Celebration. And I already see a problem with it.
I feel like that's a working title. It better be, because that's not a good title.
Yeah, that's the title. It's like Din Djarin goes, I'm the Mandalorian. And
now, is this like launching a new story, like kind of like Marvel, or is this a one-off separate film? Is this going to launch like the next 10 films like they did before?
This movie is not going to end any current storylines. It's going to build off storylines. And by the end of it, the last fucking movie is going to be Thrawn's grand scheme. We're going to see more of that in Ahsoka. It's all going to be building up. And then this movie will lead into basically the fucking end game of Star Wars, and that's where the Mandalorian will die.
Oh, he dies in the lore?
Yeah, no, there's no lore about it. It's just that's the only way that they can do it. Pedro Pascal can't keep doing this. He's old as shit.
And when are we going to see Grogu become fucking ill? Does that ever happen?
Yes, it does in season 3 of The Mandalorian.
No, I mean ill, like better than Yoda type shit. Like when
I
that's not in the forecast,
dude. If Disney tried that, if Disney tried making Grogu like more powerful than Yoda, there would be such an uproar by true Star Wars.
Yeah, but guess what? Those fans are dying, and my kids love Grogu.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, is that like I don't know if you guys played this
Point blank. I mean, it's that simple.
I don't know if you guys played this game or not, but Star Wars: The Old Republic, when it came out on Xbox, the original Xbox, it had another of Yoda's species in it as a Jedi Master, and people went fucking ballistic about it, dude. They were like, what's his name? And it's like, fucking sit down, put the hot pocket down. Let's fucking talk about this and just appreciate it for what it is. And like that established there's always one of Yoda's species alive at any given time, sometimes two. And that led to the theory that all of these other creatures that were Yoda are passing down their essences to the next one. And the only reason that Grogu is like kind of slow is because Yoda couldn't do that when they were evacuating the temple.
All right, so let's talk Star Wars quickly. All right,
because he's like 80 or something, right? Real quick,
800.
No,
and Yaddle.
No, so Grogu. I'm saying he's only like 80.
Yeah, he's like 50.
But
60.
But Yoda was fucking 800, 600, whatever.
Right, exactly. And Yaddle was not as old as Yoda. Yaddle was the other Yoda species on the council at the time.
I've seen pictures of him actually.
Like I said, there was two at any given time, with Grogu being the third. Yaddle was to pass her essence on to the one after Grogu because she was younger than Yoda. Holy shit, brain. Okay. That's the theory.
But Yoda had to be giving it to Yaddle, right?
Yeah. Well, nobody knows exactly how that works.
Like she's bent over the arm of the Jedi chair there.
What the fuck? Wrong channel. That's the OnlyFans Star Wars channel.
I honestly don't know. Like, it's been hinted that Yoda is asexual and like they just kind of produce, like they form another, like their cells separate and produce another like offering or something like that, and like their race is endangered because there's only X Men left. But there's never been any official lore. Like this is all like best theory. You know what I mean? Don't worry.
Disney's gonna make like 500 of them in the next show.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to see Grogu like ill, like doing ill shit like Yoda was back. That's what I would assume. That's what I assume they were leading to.
Menjoza, that hasn't been established in lore yet, but that's what a lot of people are thinking, is that like while he was supposed to be the next Yoda with Yoda's essence passed to him, he was also exposed to every holocron, therefore giving him incredible knowledge. Unfortunately, some people now think that it broke his brain, and that's why Grogu is the way that he is.
Oh, because he's like slow.
He's not slow. It's just like, when Ahsoka like looked at him, she was like, "There's a lot of darkness in him," and everybody watching went, "What the fuck?" And then like you start hearing tidbits, you start hearing things that were cut like from TV episodes and stuff like that, and they give reason as to why Grogu has some darkness in him, and that's because of all the information that was passed down to him.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Okay.
We're talking Star Wars.
We are.
Is Mace Windu more powerful than Yoda? He beat the Emperor.
He did.
They talked about how powerful he is.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Uh-huh. And so here's the thing about Mace Windu.
He is second only behind Yoda.
So here's the thing about Mace. Mace had a special power that let him see fractures in the Force, right? So like shatter points. Shadow Points was a sort of a lightsaber form, but it was also one of those things that he only taught to his students. And the last student that he taught it to went dark, and then Mace killed a bitch. So Mace can see shatter points in the Force, weak spots in the Force. That's the only reason that he was able to take on Palpatine. And if you notice, by the end of it, when he's absorbing the lightning and he's deflecting the lightning, he's yelling at Anakin to help him because he's losing not only his ability to see the shatter points, but he's going to the dark side at that point. Because shatter point lets you slip over just a little, because you have to give into that rage, but you can't give into that rage. You can't let it control him. So what Mace was worried about in that moment, and this is why he failed, was going that next step to the dark side.
Okay.
Oh, you have to go back and forth to kinda, or no? Like, because of the shatter point, you have to go back and forth in between the good and the bad, the dark.
Right, pretty much. You have to walk a hard, neutral stance. That's why Mace was depicted as he was depicted. Like, he was the hard ass of the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
No, I disagree. I don't think the Emperor threw that fight at all. I don't
think he did either.
No, he didn't throw that shit.
No. That was because he'd already proven to Anakin. Like, Mace Windu came in and did something the Jedi were not supposed to do.
Right.
So that's also shown him.
But that's also another thing too, is like the different sects of SECTS, sects of the Jedi Order. Like, there were Corellian Jedi that were untouched by what was going on by the Empire. The Corellian Jedi were the Jedi that were allowed to be married, that were allowed to have children. That's how they passed their traditions on and everything else. And like,
okay,
they were the ones that like got stronger from their connections to people. This is all from the books, from the expanded universe, I Jedi with Corran Horn. And they were the ones that were
Einhorn? Einhorn?
No. But no, but I Jedi revolves around that actor, that figure, Corran Horn, who was an X-Wing pilot who had a tradition of like the Jedi, and he didn't even know it. And when he found out, he went down that path, and like all of this Corellian lore was given out. You know what I mean? And so Menjosa, I'm not going to correct you, but it was Mace's fighting style was Vaapad, Vaapad. It was Form 7. It was the most dangerous of lightsaber forms to have, simply because you saw into the Force, you saw the weakness, and you went for it.
All right. So let me ask you this. I like
Thanks, Jeff.
Because I like that Jeff is like, I make
He's
a joke.
The Bible, bro. He's the Bible.
I make a joke. Woody's laughing. Jeff is trying not to laugh because he's like, I have important stuff to talk about. I can't laugh. Right? He's using all his fucking force to not laugh at how hilarious I am. And I am fucking funny as hell. Anyway.
Subscribe to this man. You see that concentration to get through his point? He had the concentration of a fucking rhinoceros to get through his point right there.
And the size of one as well.
So how powerful is Obi-Wan?
Okay, so you take Obi-Wan, and you compare him to every other Jedi that has ever been alive, right? So when the time came for like Obi-Wan to become a Padawan, he was passed over 3 times because his powers weren't manifesting. He wasn't proving out to be a great like Jedi at all. And so when he went on an aggro, he was going to be shipped off to the Aggro Corps. So the Jedi Order has different sects. Like if you don't make it as a Jedi, you can go to the Security Corps, Aggro Corps, Business Corps, whatever, right?
Are there more?
It's like the Peace Corps. Okay.
Yeah. More sexist these days.
Yeah. So Obi-Wan was on his way to become a fucking farmer. And the only reason, instead of a Jedi. And the only reason that he didn't become a fucking farmer was because the transport that he was on with Qui-Gon Jinn out of happenstance was attacked by pirates. Qui-Gon got incapacitated, and Ben took over from there and proved that he could be a Jedi. So as far as power goes, no. Training, though, Obi-Wan is well fucking trained. Like, the best trained Jedi of that era was Obi-Wan. Because not only was he a good fighter, you know, he knew 3 lightsaber forms, which is almost impossible. He knew the one that shielded himself, that protected himself. When he raised his blade like that, that was his attack, and that was the one that starts with an A, which is more acrobatic and stuff. That's what Maul uses. But when he's going to Sorsu, which is the protection stance, that's when he's traditional samurai, right? So not only did he fucking get all of these things down, he also proved himself to be one of the best detectives in the Jedi Order, which was a thing that was rare. It's one of those things where, like, the Temple Guardians were once watchmen, but they didn't need watchmen anymore, so the Temple Guardians became Temple Guardians. The Watchmen dealt with the dark side. They were the guys that went for the dark side. They're like, that guy's a fucking dark sider. Let's go end him. Obi-Wan had all of those traits. He became that detective simply because he had that investigative mind. He was hot on Darth Maul's trail without realizing it was Darth Maul before A Phantom Menace. There was a whole slew of killings going on in the underground of Coruscant, and Palpatine and Maul were organizing crime hits, and like they were told, like, hey, go check this out. And like the way that the book was written, Obi-Wan was so close, but he wasn't close enough. If he would have met Maul before they went to Naboo, the whole Star Wars trilogy would have been different, simply because of that. So Obi-Wan is the best trained Jedi at the time.
So he's a great detective. So did he make his name in the Jedi Order by taking out people and grabbing them and saying,
where is he?
No.
He didn't do that.
No.
For me.
When they'd ask,
that's the best detective ever. That's the best detective tactic. Just yell in their face and get out of my face, I'll tell you, all right?
That alone dragon, that's funny as hell. What ain't no banner I heard of? They speak galactic standard on what, motherfucker?
I just want to say, like, right now, everyone that doesn't follow me is like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he here? I can't stand him. But I got.
They don't even know you. Then what are you talking about?
Well, exactly. They're like.
So
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
I'm not wearing hockey pads. Retro.
I think everybody in the community got an impression of that Batman. It's just kind of easy, and it's always funny.
Yeah, but what's his face? The guy that does all the reels on him.
Yeah. Oh god damn it.
What's his name?
So funny. It's Paul something. I know that.
No, isn't it Pete?
No, it's Pete Holmes. It's Pete Holmes. It's Pete Holmes, but not.
He does that and Professor Xavier and.
I've seen the Xavier one. He does that ultimate rap battle shit too. Does he do that?
No, that's somebody else. But those guys, are the epic rap battles of history.
Yeah, the epic rap battles of history are fucking hilarious. The Darth Vader one is up there. So is the Professor X one.
They all are, dude. They're so good. The guy in the wheelchair who was fucking smart with math and knew a lot about space.
Stephen Hawking?
Hawkins. Yeah, the Hawkins one is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh.
But yeah, Star Wars is awesome, and like the expanded universe is awesome too, and like everything that has come out, like comic book wise and everything else, there's something enjoyable for everybody. Like, have you ever heard the legend of the Great Hunt?
The who?
The Great Hunt.
No.
All right, so 5,000 years before A New Hope came out, there's this thing called the Great Hunt, and that is where Mandalorians and other bounty hunters alike would go out and try to find these creatures of myth, kill them, and bring back their treasure. So one time, 3 Jedi were assigned to do this, and they failed spectacularly. 2 of them broke the code, made love, got married, got killed immediately. The third one, a Twi'lek, was like, I got this. I'm going to go to fucking Kashyyyk of all places, because what could go wrong on the Wookiee homeworld? Dude got aced within 5 minutes of fighting the mythical beast, and in the game Knights of the Old Republic 1, you can find the hilt of his sword stuck in the mythical beast that he used to try to kill it. It's awesome. That is a deep, deep, deep dive.
Yeah, well. Only Bible-type people know that. Star Wars Bible people.
Star Wars Bible people.
Your tracksuit is in the fucking cleaners right now. With your Nikes and your fruit punch. So
one of my favorite Star Wars things is Shadows of the Empire. And like, there's a game, there's a soundtrack, there's a book, there's comic books, there's action figures and all that. And I remember when I was a kid, my uncle Jeff, also a great human being, got me the Outrider and Dash Rendar. And like, that was it for a while. I gave it to a friend recently, but I remember having that and just thinking, this dude is so much cooler than Han Solo, because he gave the finger to the rebels at first and was like, no, get fucked all the way. And like, he kind of did his own. Yeah, that's what the Black Series figure that just came out. And he just kind of did his own thing until like, hey, we're gonna pay you money. Can you make sure you look after Han and like Luke? Fine, and like, he was a big component to like ending Prince Zizor, the crime lord's like reign. He didn't pull the trigger; the Empire did that, but he was a big component in that. And he's like one of those overlooked heroes because he was never on screen, but in the special edition of The Empire Strikes Back, you can see the Outrider in the background in the Hoth hangar, which is awesome.
Has Dash Rendar been? Is he in canon yet or not?
He is in. As far as I know, he's in canon because his ship appeared in the movie.
Okay, but we've never seen him.
Right, we've never seen him.
Who was it? Oh wait, Stanley said the Face reporting Hasbro Pulse increasing prices on Friday, May 9th. Sorry, I was just trying to see who said that.
Ugh.
Great.
That's
and Prince Zizor was a good guy, was an awesome bad guy. He didn't fucking have force powers. All he had was his species' natural ability, which was pheromones. And like, there was recently some hubbub with Andor about how there was an adult assault. We're gonna call it that. And like, it's the first time in Star Wars this has ever happened. That's not true. In Shadows of the Empire, Caesar tried to get it on with Leia by pouring out pheromones against her will.
You call it graping. That's how you get away with it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's amazing how much lore is Terras Casa Masters. So Terras Casa, okay, this was like the mixed martial arts of the Star Wars universe. It translates loosely to steel hand or iron hand or something like that. And like these Terras Casa Masters, they could block a lightsaber with their arm. No armor, none of that. Their strength of will was just, they're like monks, like times 10. And they're the only people for a long time that could give Jedi a hard time, because where the Jedi is relying on force and everything else, this figure is so focused like the Jedi is, but not on anger or happiness or joy or whatever. He's just in the fight to win the fight. So, yeah.
Cool. I'm learning a lot today. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Sounds like Tristan's a fucking Bible master too. I see in the comments.
Tristan is a huge Star Wars fan, and it's awesome. Nice. I love talking to Star Wars with Tristan, and like,
nice.
I don't get to do that often because there's always somebody, being louder than I am about it, and that's fine. That doesn't bother me.
Throwing out stupid jokes and stuff like that.
No, it's not even that. It's like just other. Nah, I'm not gonna get into it.
Oh, I just realized that I am next to a racist next to me. I need to get out of here.
Okay.
Who, me?
No, the other way.
Cobra Command. Oh, hold on.
You got a hooded Cobra Command.
You got a hooded Cobra Command.
I just noticed what it was.
Yep. Hold
on. We're canceled now.
Yep. Hold on. Give me a minute. Yep. Heyo. That was that show.
I still haven't got a hooded one yet. I'm just waiting.
No,
I know it's never going to come, but I'll get it one day. I'm not worried.
I don't really care that much. If I cared, I would have ordered ahead. And it's not that important in my opinion.
Yeah.
And also, in case we do need to go AFK.
What the fuck is AFK?
It's away from keyboard.
Oh, Jesus. I don't. Okay.
So the only Star Wars I really like is the one with Captain Picard.
Who said that? Get him out of here.
Love Dragon, that's awesome. So Stanley, my thoughts on Andor Season 2, it's not as slow of a burn as Season 1 was, and I'm happy about it. It's good.
I haven't watched it yet, but I tend to binge watch shows like that after they're like done. I'll watch 5 seasons.
Yeah. So
I do watch it all, but not and like, oh, this just came out, I gotta watch it. I've never been like that.
Yep. I remember when the Star Wars movies were announced and my brain went, they're gonna make the Thrawn trilogy. They're gonna do it. And then it was, what happened before A New Hope? God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but Thrawn was around back then. That's crazy.
Well, no, I mean what he's saying is like the actors at that time of the books and at that time frame, they're the perfect age. Like Han was coming up on 40 fast. Leia and Luke were in their late 20s, early 30s. Chewbacca just crested 400 years old. So stuff like that.
Well, I'll say this, and this is what I fully believe when it comes to these Disney trilogies.
Yeah.
They made a mistake. They should have moved like 100 years into the future. They should have
away from Skywalker.
Yes, and again, you could still have the stories of Skywalker and Yoda
in those movies, yeah.
And maybe you have characters that have long life that kind of show up,
like Chewbacca.
Yeah, there was no reason to try and
beat a dead horse
because those were those are established. I've heard people talk about, I think one day they'll reboot them. I don't think they'll ever reboot the Star Wars movies. There's no reason to, and there's no reason to reboot a lot of movies. But the lore of that movie, same like The Godfather, you cannot reboot that stuff. You can add to it if you want to. But if they would have went 100 years in the future, there's just this talk of
Skywalker Luke, and shit. Yeah,
Skywalker, the Jedi
talk
Council.
of that style.
Yeah, that that's what they should have done, because then you don't have to try and explain everything. And I know when it came to The Force Awakens, I was reading stuff where they talked about how come you didn't have Luke show up to save Rey, and they said we did adaptions of that, and he said every time that Luke showed up there to save Rey and Finn, he took over the story. And I remember going, exactly, that's what we all wanted. Luke to just show up there, kick ass, save them, and then now going into the next movies, he's training them.
Yeah, he's the elder. He's the elder.
Luke shows up, kicks ass, saves everyone. You're like, hell yeah. Obviously, they don't. He doesn't kill, his whatever, right? Yeah. Like that's what everyone wanted. That's what everyone waited for 2 hours and got nothing.
Do you know what a true Jedi would have done when facing off like a nephew or Kylo Ren in that situation? Luke would have done the same shit that he did to Vader, which is turned him. Also, Luke wouldn't have been afraid of his fucking nephew in the first place. That's where they fucked up initially, when they made Luke that. I'm sorry. The only Luke Skywalker that really counted in that whole thing was from the second movie when he was a goddamn illusion. That's the Luke we all wanted and all needed. The only problem with that is that he was not using his green lightsaber. He was using his blue lightsaber. And my brain went, he's not there because Rey has the blue lightsaber.
Okay, the whole blue lightsaber thing.
Yeah.
Really? So someone went out into the galaxy and found this lightsaber. They got jettisoned. Like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Well, she was the collector of things. So that lady with the big fucking eyeball, she had shit like that.
Well, if you remember in the Thrawn trilogy, that's exactly what happened. That's how they cloned Luke. Was that they had the lightsaber with Luke's hand still fucking attached to it, and they're like, "Here we go," and they cloned him, and everybody is like, "Well, how could you fucking do that?" And blah blah blah. It happened in the books. They took that directly from the book. Of directly finding the saber. Like one of the scripts for The Force Awakens was a close-up shot of a hand clutching a lightsaber floating in space when a cargo ship comes by and randomly picks it up.
Okay. But then just do that movie.
They should have.
I know. I'm okay. I guess you're the wrong person. Like, that's what I'm saying. You took aspects of something that people really loved. All right. And then you said, well, we're going to take this, but it's not going to work. And we don't care because it's Star Wars. People are going to come watch it. And then you made a second movie with a completely different director that had a completely different vision, which makes no sense whatsoever.
Oh my God.
And then you said, we're going to bring this guy back for the last one. And if I can watch Screen Crush all day long, and every time they say something that doesn't make sense, and it's like, and somehow Palpatine returned. I laugh every time Screen Crush does that. If you've never watched Screen Crush, I think they're hilarious.
They are, because it's absolutely right.
The dog is awesome.
Whenever anything stupid happens, in my mind go and somehow Palpatine returned. That's exactly what I think. And you talked about news stories and everything else, and there's a comic called again, it's based on the game, but it's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
And it deals with no Skywalker bullshit. You don't need to know anything about Star Wars to read these books and be involved in it, because the storyline is that good. And it goes on, and it leads into those games eventually, and then that'll make you want to play those games or at least read the story of the game, because it's really fucking good and it's really complete. And you learn about all these characters. You learn about the first Sith Republic War. You learn why the hero of the Republic said, "Fuck this, I'm going to do my own thing," and raised an army when the Jedi Council was saying, "No, don't." It's awesome.
So, and when you can do that with any franchise, like if you watch Top Gun Maverick, you don't have to see Top Gun to understand what happened.
No,
there's enough flashbacks to cover it.
Yeah, it's explained enough that, hey, you know what? Maverick flew with Brewster's dad.
Yeah,
he died. You don't really need to know whose fault it was, even though it obviously wasn't his. You don't need to know where Iceman comes in. He's an admiral, right? He's looking out for him.
Yeah.
If someone
you've always looked out for me. You've always been like my ace in the hole, or something to that effect.
So yeah, you didn't need that. With this, you needed to know the lore of Star Wars, which, let's be honest, most people do. But go back to the last season of Picard, right? Yeah. I didn't really need to know everything that happened in Star Trek. I've said the same thing about my favorite Star Trek movie, First Contact.
Oh, First Contact. Okay.
Right? You didn't really need to know what happened.
Right?
They fill in the most of and the stuff they didn't. They're like, "Hey, look, we saved the Defiant. Here's Worf. We need him back." Like, you don't.
I was so excited when I saw that in the theaters. I was like, "Where the fuck is the Defiant? This thing is fucking designed to kill this thing." And then it showed up, and I was like, and then my dad made me put my arms down. But it was badass. It was cool as shit. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then it got fucking wiped out in 2 minutes, and I was like, "God damn it!" But you know.
That's a tough
little ship. You know, that's a tough little ship. Yeah.
Do we get canceled for talking about Star Trek on the May the 4th?
Yeah.
I love both of them so much. They're both a big part of my life, so it's whatever.
I love First Contact.
No, man. So you should check out Wrath of Khan.
I've seen Wrath of Khan.
It's the same fucking thing. You don't need to know anything about Star Trek. You find out why Khan is pissed off in the first place, and then you get one of the best fucking Star Trek ship-to-ship battles in history.
How many people didn't know who Khan was?
I didn't.
Exactly. And you don't need to know who Khan is for the Wrath of Khan. But when you go back, it fills in that gap perfectly. Because all Khan is he was somebody in the lore that they left on a planet that they thought exploded. Come to find out, it was the other planet, right?
Right.
You didn't need an explanation of it.
Man,
but when you go back and watch the movie, the TV show, it makes sense because the one person that died, his love, wasn't enhanced. Well, not the only one, but she wasn't enhanced. So there was no way she was going to be able to survive.
Right. You know what gets me is that, like, imagine the stellar cartography at Starfleet. And like, yeah, this planet got destroyed. It's fine. Just go to this other one. Okay. And then finding out that wasn't the case, and the dude's just like, God damn it. And like, we knew we shouldn't have gotten a scene. The guy who got a scene in stellar cartography to man the stellar cartography.
Episode 2 or episode 2, right? They lose a whole planet.
Exactly. That's because those files were deleted. So the books go into the espionage of all of that, and it is fascinating as hell. You find out what Cypher Diaz was doing. You find out how Dooku was working with him the whole time. You find out why Dooku left the Jedi Order, not because of Palpatine, not because of this, not because of that, but because his homeworld needed him, and he put family above the Jedi, and it was something amazing. So yeah,
you know who would have made a great Jedi? Thanos.
Thanos,
of course, because he didn't care who he got rid of. He just needed half of the population. He didn't put his needs above everyone else's. He was willing to sacrifice Gamora because even though that was his favorite, for the good of the galaxy. Too bad all the original Avengers are all survived.
Yeah, too bad those guys got smoked too, but you know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, I can go on for hours talking about Star Wars, but I'm not going to do that. And I want to thank everybody who came and watched and everything else. Make sure you subscribe to these two guys' channels for just toys in general and just general hijinks. Got anything you guys want to plug? We'll do the plug.
What do you?
I got a video coming out when I do it, probably tomorrow.
Yay!
Yay! I'm gonna concentrate on something and do a video.
Ooh.
As for me, I have Monday Night Toy Ramblings tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The topic will be Entertainment Earth, and people have heard a lot of things about how they've discontinued the influencer program, and I will discuss that, and maybe you'll find out that you guys don't really know exactly what's going on. Tuesday, then, because I'm like, hey, I need to be on here more. Circle of Jerks, where myself, Baldy Locks, the Island Viper, and Toy Optics all do a show.
Nice.
Sometimes Tony jumps in there. And then this Thursday with a friend, I will have Plastic Battles, who you normally just see on Instagram. But in 2 weeks, So I have Plastic Battles this Thursday. In 2 weeks, this guy over here.
Oh, nice.
He's going to be.
I saw that. I already got myself scheduled to save.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah,
and then I'll have a bunch of. I'm going to work on some classic reviews. I think I got the next 2 weeks of classic reviews done. My whole idea was to do a whole shitload today, and then behind the stage, I kind of explained what happened.
Yeah. Well, so you do it like Kenzo. Kenzo will film all of his reviews at once and then space them out. It's awesome.
For the classic reviews, yes, because again, it's stuff that's 40 years old. So I kind of explained it like I'll do 6 or 7 at a time. I do the opening in the beginning, or the opening and the ending. Change my shirt, do another one. Change the shirt, do another one. Change the shirt, right? And then after that, I can just line them all up. Do the actual in hand, the hands in the camera review. Take the picture, thumbnail, boom, put them all together, and you can get them done fairly quickly. But
yeah.
And then I just have them scheduled to go out every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It's easy how it works.
I do have a video coming out on, I believe it's the 8th on Punk's channel, right? Is that how that works? I put it on your channot?
No,
you put it on yours.
Oh, okay. All right. At 8 a.m. I knew that. I know that part.
Yeah. What day? Wait, yours is coming out on
the 8th, I think. Or the 11th. 11th.
Shit, I don't know where's that.
Marijuana affects the memory.
Yeah, it does, but it's upstairs written down. I've actually filmed some of it already.
Yeah, you're in the next segment of.
Yeah, I want to say it's the 11th or the 8th.
I am Shane. I just put on some weight.
Woody is the 11th.
Yeah.
And then Just Jeff is the 6th. Tuesday.
Yep. Nice.
I'm glad some people can actually get stuff done on time. No shots.
Yeah, it's all done.
He already dipped out of here.
No, he just commented a second ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, 5:55. So he's still here.
Well, all right, gentlemen. It was a pleasure and always a learning experience. That's all I can say.
I want to talk about what I'm doing.
No.
Oh.
Well, you're the only one that can end it, aren't you?
I know, right?
No, just play. Go ahead.
We're all just stuck here.
So Monday, noon to 3 Central, I'll be playing Castlevania 2 with Kaiju Kitty. Tuesday, I will be playing Fortnite because it's Star Wars and I want to do Star Warsy stuff. Also at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, make sure you catch my review of Rick Oley, the greatest hero you've never heard of. Wednesday is going to be noon to 3 again, and I will probably be playing the Old Republic. Thursday is probably more Fortnite, and then at 6:30, Universally Redundant, where we're going to be talking about G.I. Joe. And then Friday, again, more gaming, and Saturday, more gaming, and Sunday, more gaming. Saturday, Smoking Joe's again. So, yep. I stream every day, and I appear on multiple things.
So all you fuckers that say that I'm on all the time, I'll put this guy down here, all right?
And honestly, Lawrence got shit on me. This is like 7 days a week, 3 hours or more.
I'm like, holy crap, dude, that's like nothing.
It's funny because like when you said like, Jeff, you try running something for 3 hours and like talking, I'm like, yeah, he's got a point. I should probably stop being a dick about it. So because it's true, because you're like fucking Donatello, the blue turtle, and then everybody's like, no, it's not.
Donatello, the blue turtle.
Is my favorite one.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with you two? All right, bye everybody.
Right on, Punk.
Leonardo's the best turtle. Fuck these